Extremely loud and incredibly close. More like extremely long and incredibly bad. This is going to be a short one, guys. Of course, I'm talking about the film that was nominated for Best Picture. Even though it had a rotten rating from critics, pretty much, you know, most critics didn't like it. I think it was like around 50% or a little bit lower than that. And I agree with that. It's not a very good movie at all. Um, Basically, Tom Hanks plays this dad in this movie who died in 9/11. He was in some meeting in one of the towers and he dies in it. But when he was alive, he used to like play these games with his kid where he'd leave clues and shit everywhere and like try to get him to solve puzzles and mysteries and this and that. And then when he dies, like I don't know, 8 months later or something, it gets a while later, maybe even almost a year, his son finds a key in his closet. Like he finally goes into his dad's room after all this time and he finds a key and the kid is convinced that like this is some final fucking test that his dad left him and that if he finds where the lock where the key fits, you know, there'll be some great prize for him. Kind of, I guess, going for like, you know, it'll show that there's meaning to life, and you know, maybe the horrible thing that happened to his dad. Maybe it isn't all bad. I mean, it doesn't. They don't explicitly state that, but that's kind of the point of the movie. And one, just talk about like a convoluted, just contrived plot. It's so stupid. Oh, he finds this key, and then most of the movie is he's convinced this belongs to someone with the last name Black because it was in a little envelope with the word Black on it. So he looks up everybody in the phone book with the name Black and starts like going out around New York City on his own. And he's like 10 years old. He's going all over the city and meeting these people. And it's just bad, a bad premise. It really is. It's just the problem with this movie mainly is it just tries way too hard, and it's mostly really shitty and long and boring and depressing, and it sucks. Um, it doesn't help either that the kid who was played by Thomas Horn, not a good actor in this, and he has to carry the film. And actor. Oh, this is his first film. Good job on that, guys. He overacts in every scene. Um, he's just not good. He just overdoes it in every scene, and it's a stupid premise. It goes on for over 2 hours. It's just shameless Oscar bait, but it's just ugh, blah. There's a few moments that work, and there's a few good performances. I liked Max von Sydow. Max von Sydow, I think his name is. This old guy that befriends the kid, and he's a mute in it. So he talks to the kid by writing, you know, little notes in a notepad and showing it to the kid. And he decides to help the kid look for, you know, the lock where the key goes. And although most of the time he's just telling the kid, like, hey, maybe we should stop doing this because this is stupid. And I would have to agree with him, it's stupid. But he gives a good performance. Sandra Bullock, she's not in it a ton, but she's definitely in it more than Tom Hanks. And the moments when she's in it, she's actually quite good. And I'm not really a fan of hers. I've never seen that football movie. It just looked not good to me either. I know it won awards and shit, but she's good in it. Max von Sydow is good in it. There are a few moments that work, but overall, just bad movie. I highly recommend just skipping this. Hesher does everything that this movie does, but It does it in half the time. It does it with a lighter touch, and it makes you laugh once in a while. Very similar subject matter. Hesher, it's about a kid dealing with the loss of his parent. Now, granted, Hesher didn't have anything to do with 9/11, but at the end of the day, they're about the same thing. It's about getting over the loss of a parent. And Hesher just did it with it did it in an entertaining yet just as meaningful fashion in a shorter time. This movie is just, like I said, a shameless Oscar bait, and it's not good. Really shitty premise, goes on forever, bad performance from the lead character. You know, for all I know, this kid will be good one day, but he's not good here. You know, he's no Haley Joel Osment or any other kid actor that's been good. He's no River Phoenix. You know, he sucks. This movie sucks. I don't really, I mean, what else more do I have to say? I mean, listen to the idea for that movie. It sounds dumb, right? It is pretty dumb. You know, it stretches and it strives for these emotional moments and throughout, and it never quite hits them. And talk about false endings. My co-host, the Movie Dudes, criticized The Dark Knight Rises for having like too many false endings. I didn't agree with that. I didn't think it was the best movie ever, but I didn't agree with that. This movie, it feels like there's an ending, there's an ending, there's an ending. Let's have 10 endings at the end here, just in case we didn't make you cry yet. And it didn't make me cry. It didn't, and I'll cry at movies. I just felt like it was just so shameless and so obvious. And the final shot is so corny and so bad. And you know it's going to be the final shot. And then it freeze frames on it, and it's so bad. I'm sorry. This one's a dog. Yeah. I'm undecided on whether I'm going to give it 1 or 2. For the moments where it works, and for the performances from Sandra Bullock and Max von Sydow. I can't say his name. I don't know how to say his name. I'm just guessing. I'll give it a 2 out of 5, but this is totally skippable. I totally recommend skipping it. It sucks. Fuck this movie. Shitty movie, and then I played a shitty game after that I was all excited for. If you want to know what that was, it was called Deadlight, released on Xbox Live Arcade this week. That's a whole motherfucking video. That game, easily biggest disappointment of 2012. As for Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close, it was not disappointing because I thought it was going to suck, and I was right. It really sucked. 2 out of 5. Thanks for watching. Later, guys.